I think they just need to back up and let the coach do his thing.
The players.
Everybody just needs a, everybody talks about, buying in, and that's rugby, buying in, and no matter who it is. But we don't know what's going on because there's that chat behind the locker room and losing the locker room. Who knows what happened there? But Razor left pretty respectfully.
Now, before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you know when we upload. Hey guys, welcome back to Rugby Heads, powered by the Peak Athletic Club, where we cover all things in the world of rugby. Episode 1 for season 2026. My name is Sione, joining us on his rookie episode. We're here in the Netherlands. Please welcome Dalsinga Kaltai.
Cheers, Dogo. Thank you.
We're here in your shop, Man Cave Barber Shop in Castricum. So make sure if you're in Amsterdam or in the Netherlands, make sure you come down and get yourself sorted. All right. As we always start every pod, we start with our top performers of the week. We give some love to whoever's playing well. I believe Japanese top league is on at the moment, as well as the European champions. Who stood out for you this week?
Rayasi, Dogo.
Oh yeah, running through slice.
Yeah, man, on the triple, especially that. I think it was the second try. It wasn't from him, but it was a try to finish the half. Had an offload on the wing. There was a breakdown there, and the work that he did, the ground that he covered to join the back line again and assist that try to finish the half was pretty on. So Salesi Rayasi really stood out for me.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Those who don't know, Delsingers like myself, we've played both wing and up to the front row. So we know these, off the ball stuff. Good, well spotted, mate. Well spotted.
Yeah. But a shout out, the backs get all the praise for the amount of work that they do. But there was also the flanker, was it Cameron Waki?
Yeah.
He was everywhere.
He's good.
He was everywhere. But just shout out to Salesi because he's from back home.
Oh, shout out. Back from Goodna as well, Louis Biarri, French winger. He's my standout. Another one from UBB. He got a hat-trick on the weekend. Mostly it was just finishing kind of their moves, their counter-attack moves, but he's had a great last 2 seasons and hitting straps before the upcoming Six Nations. So watch out for him and the Frenchies this coming Six Nations. But we'll get that into next week's episode. Now let's get into our try, no tries. If you're new to this is where it could be rugby related or it could not be rugby related, where something's a try, it's play on, or something's a no try, there's disallowed.
This is going to be a good one.
You want to start with do you have any tries or no tries for the last few weeks?
I don't think I've got any rugby related ones.
Yep.
Most teams been playing pretty well. We've got something circulating in the, you already know, in the Polynesian community. Especially ours, Dogo. The Okawa sessions has been that's happening over in America. This is one of the first times I've ever been embarrassed to be a Tongan with the Kava session. With that being said, the incident itself, it happened, but the no try goes to the fellow recording. That's a no try for me.
Yeah. Most of our viewers, we got a heavy, South African heavy. So just to paint the picture, you guys know Kava sessions, but this was in the Tongan community in America. There was some off-the-ball sort of action. Normally they have a single lady that's there just to
eat it.
And then someone went off the ball, cleaned out off the ball, and doing a bit too much. So definitely no try there. Definitely no try. I'll go for myself. My no try was also non-rugby related. I'm here in the Netherlands. I got a bit excited. It was Oliebollen season, which is like around New Year's. They have this sort of like a donut, and it's exactly the same as something that we have in Tonga, which is keke site. And I love Nutella as well, so I always get the one that's really not good for you. And my missus being Dutch, she's really anal about what I eat and making sure it don't blow up. And she put a cap, but she doesn't know when she goes to work. I'm riding my bike, get some keke sit there, and it's been snowing the last week and a bit. So, and I wasn't aware of how slippery it can be. So, my no try was myself, and then I think God and Mother Nature also got the payback on me. So, I pretty much did my knee. I was out for about two days because I slipped sneak in to get my kekesi there, and I missed when they cut off, so I didn't get in before they closed down. So no try to myself, and I promise I'll try and do better as my try and keep my targets this week for weight loss. If you got any tries or no tries, make sure you put them down in the comments. Now let's go around the grounds. This is where we go across and see the news as it popping up. But the big one in the rugby news at the moment is from where you're from, New Zealand. The All Blacks are in panic stations, 2 years out and 2 years into his reign as head coach. NZRU have let Razor go. What were your initial thoughts, and how do you see this moving forward for the All Blacks?
That one caught me off guard, to be honest. I mean, there was a lot of chat circulating the performance of the All Blacks, but for me, if it is about the performance of the All Blacks, you know, it's a hard time for a coach in this era of rugby. You know, everyone's getting better. You know, even no matter how good the All Blacks are getting, South Africa's also getting better. Scotland, maybe not so much Wales, but they're probably on the up now. You know, European rugby's on the up. Was it Samoa even lost to, was it Chile or Spain? Yeah, you know, it's a hard time to be a coach. I mean, there's obviously rumors around like that he lost the changing room. Then that's fair enough. But if it's to do with the performance of the team, that's just rugby. You know, you win some, you lose some, especially in today's era, man. But I don't know, that one caught me off guard. In New Zealand's, they're notorious for the chat. You know, they wanted Razor. There were none of, you know, chat that was going behind him being a coach, and everyone was loving it, you know. And then all of a sudden, he became the biggest nobody.
Before he got in, everyone's like, "Get him in there!"
Man,
like, get him out.
Get him out. Is it a year out from the World Cup? Come on now.
Yeah.
You know, let him get it through his time, and then look elsewhere. But I don't know how much the All Blacks can probably change or do. Got into this World Cup. Yeah, we'll see. But that one caught me off guard. Yeah, big time.
There are a lot of rumors though. There's rumors that one of the players from NZ A team that was touring Europe last year got called into the All Blacks, but he didn't want
declined
because of something that happened with Razor before that.
Yeah, and supposedly a senior player.
Yeah. So it's Well, have you been in like certain teams or been part of teams where the coach got let go early, or like the players didn't get along with the coach?
I mean, here in Cass, shout out to Cass Rugby. Not pointing any names or putting anyone down, but I've been here 8 something years, and we've gone through 8-9 coaches. So I know all about coaches coming and going. Yeah. Whether it's because they've lost the change room, as the All Blacks have said on some reports, or just the performance itself. But it's hard. It's hard, you know, especially a team like the All Blacks to take it on board and stay on top, especially with the direction that rugby is going in. You know, you can't. No matter who sits in that place, it's going to be tough. You know, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, a lot of Aussie supporters are celebrating in Oz, saying that just because of the downfall of New Zealand, but it's like you guys are still beating us predominantly with somewhat.
Yeah, but Australia's on the come up too, lad. The win against South Africa last year now. I mean, they're probably the only team in that tour back end of the year where South Africa actually struggled as a pack. I think Australia was probably the first team to actually, you know, give them a good go. You know, they equaled in size, they equaled in physicality, they equaled in. I think they even topped them in the weight and the scrum. So I think Aussie's going to surprise a lot of people this coming World Cup, and that's coming from a Kiwi lad. You know, I go on All Blacks hard, but Aussie's looking pretty dangerous, and I think they're in the same pool. I think it was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. With All Blacks looking the way that they are and Aussie on the come up, it could be a different story from what people are.
But with Razor out, who do you think is the best person for it? I know people are saying Jamie Joseph and Dave Rennie's name's been in it. Who do you think they need to get this in a short period of time?
I think they just need to back up and let the coach do his thing.
The players.
Everybody just needs a, everybody talks about, buying in, and that's rugby, buying in, and no matter who it is. But we don't know what's going on because there's that chat behind the locker room and losing the locker room. Who knows what happened there? But Razor left pretty respectfully. He kind of, I think he even stood down as a coach. But if I was going to put someone there, I mean, the chat now is Jamie Joseph with the Highlanders. Shout out to the bro Fabian and Sefo with the Highlanders. And
Yeah, we'll cut that one.
and Tony Brown, who ultimately was an ex-Highlander. So, but yeah, those are the two names that have been thrown around. Whether they're capable, I don't know if Jamie Joseph has taken any international.
Japan, he did well. Japan.
Oh, Japan! How can I? Yeah, Japan. The year they took South Africa.
I don't know if his style, because apparently he's a hard nut. If the players are complaining about Razor, then you think Jamie would probably be worse than giving them a bit of freedom.
Well, I don't think the boys are complaining about hard work.
Yeah.
That's not what they've lost the change room over. And Tony Brown, his form of attack, and Jamie Joseph's discipline around the players, he doesn't care whether you're a prop or your back rower. He expects, shout out to the Toko Sefo, he's playing with the Highlanders, my little bro. He was talking about the amount of conditioning they had to do, so the direction he is going is more or less the direction in which rugby is ultimately going to be going. Props are going to be looking like rugby league players soon. They're going to...
soon. Even retired ones. That's what...
Even retired ones, They're going to start looking like us soon, so... It is what it is. Maybe they'll get the call up. I'll get the call up because I look like, new era. I'm trying to move my chest. New era prop. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Now, it's funny. I was like, when you bring up Tony Brown, I was cracking up because Russie, the Springboks coach, actually shared memes on his own social media pages. He did an AI of Tony Brown because he's in the box coaching staff with, what's that movie? The Leo movie. And he said, I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
Springbok. So it sounds like Tony might be staying, but yeah, we'll see who the All Blacks, because they said they're going to cast the net. Who's available? I know Joe Schmidt's finishing up with the Wallabies soon, and he wants to go back home and actually retire, but everyone keeps asking for his help. So he might be, because he's already been in the All Blacks environment and the boys love him, so that might be an option short term. But
there's a lot of good coaches out there, man. I mean, New Zealand coaches have influenced a lot of the rugby. They're everywhere. They've been everywhere. So maybe it's time we introduce maybe European coach. Maybe, bro. Another style of rugby.
Eddie Jones.
I don't know, man. There's some good coaches out there, lad. And we were so focused on this, New Zealand style. South Pacific style. Maybe we need to introduce a new style, and that's gonna up our game. And because let's be honest, the European rugby is I'm sorry to Super Rugby, but it's top. It's the best players in the world getting contracted, to top 14 Premiership, URC, and no offense to Super Rugby, but it's just the best players in the country, So a lot of our boys, when they do go over and they come back, the amount of experiences that they bring, even Lester Whainganuku, he's a young pup. He went over, he come back, and what he brought over, he was always the man going over, but then seeing him come back, it was, he's changing the game.
All right, we'll soon find out who the NZRU appoint as All Blacks coach now. Another news out of New Zealand. Someone who's been unlucky under the Razor regime, Hoskins Sotutu. He was undoubtedly player of Super Rugby last 2024 and got snubbed from the All Blacks and the Touring 15. Now he seems like he's on course to be either England or Fiji. Your initial thoughts about Newcastle Red Bulls announcing him? So he finishes up at the Blues this season, and then he's off to... Over here, mate.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the best thing for him. somebody will appreciate his style or the way that he plays. It just won't happen in New Zealand. I mean, I'm not a top tier coach or any, by any means, but sometimes it takes a good coach to take a player, no matter what your game plan or game style is, and then you turn them into the total type of player that you want. Because obviously, as fans, you have an image of what the team would look like because of who you think has performed throughout the season, and then the coaches go a completely different direction because they obviously select according to the style of rugby that they want to play. So maybe that's the style that Europe is looking for. They're looking for a number 8 that moves the way that he does because they're very not one dimensional, but they're real hard in European rugby. So if you get a guy that moves the way that he does in number 8, it's going to do some problems, some damage over in Europe. You know what I mean? So maybe it's a good thing for him. And fast, man, Fiji, and then put him in there. Don't go to England, please. Hoskins,
England's
please.
already good, man. He might even.
It's not even that. Just don't go to England, lad. Just don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. You already tried it with the All Blacks. Don't go from there go back to Fiji, bro.
Whatever.
Holding his pulse.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't even, if you start holding your pulse, the ancestors will be rolling in their graves, lad. Just go back to Fiji, please.
All right. Now, our new year, new season. Let's get into our 2026 predictions. We'll start with our breakthrough players to watch. I know Fabian Holland is from here, Castricum. He got breakthrough player of the year. But who are some ones that you think are going to pop up next year that probably did all right last year, but that are going to build into it this year?
It's hard to say because I'm a Chiefs fan, and they look like they're just full of All Blacks, so it's hard to say. But if I had to, watching the NPC, this guy is, I wouldn't say he's a no-name, but he's not, I think this is his first year in the Super. Is it Terrell Peter? He's from Northland. Shout out to Northland. But it's a number 8. So with Hoskins gone, if he grabs the ball with 2 hands, man, I could really see something in him. Big lad, good feet, physical as well. Good defender too. So I'm pretty keen, even for the Blues, because they got a big change in their lineup as well. Chiefs is more or less the same. They got a ton of All Blacks. I think 80% of the bloody team is All Blacks. Highlanders are still looking pretty sharp with the new signing. The Oaji fella, what's his name, Lavanini.
Yeah.
And of course, Angus, speaking of the Blues, Angus is signed down with the Highlanders too, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with those two. But, I mean, Hurricanes. Okay. What do you reckon?
Man, I'm Aussie heavy, so I'm going Carter Gordon. I know he's already on the rise a few years ago before he went to league, but he sat out most of his league time just due to some sort of illness. But he's back in. He went straight into the Wallabies during the spring tour. But now he's at the Reds. He's back home. He was at the Rebels before they got kicked out of the comp. But he's back home in Queensland. He's at the Reds. Because I've seen him come from straight out of high school, and then when he went into clubland, we were like, he shouldn't be here. Like, he's too good for this. So I think he's going to kick on back in Super Rugby. He's looking healthy. So the Reds have got heaps of fly half. So it depends where they put him. He can defend as well, so I think he's going to have a great one. I know Leroy Carter already made it to the All Blacks last year, but he was on fire last year, straight out of sevens, his first season back in 15s again. So those were sort of my two. But yeah, I think the Frenchies have a lot. So I think the Frenchies are going to, building into the Frenchies, international sides. We're giving love to breakthrough players. What are the international sides you think are going to raise or kick into another level?
Ikale tahi, bro, all day. Ikale tahi all day. They're gonna come through, make some noise. Just gonna back the boys, bro. Just gonna back the boys.
Yeah. Well, going from the current level now, we're losing to Spain, we're losing to Romania. We just want to get back to the level where we were. We're like 19th at the moment.
But there's only up. There's only one direction that's up
That's
from
what we
there.
said when we were 16.
So when we're coming up, you're talking about coming up. The only way you're there from the bottom is up. So
Okay.
Tonga's on that come up.
Yeah,
Even though they got the most stacked team in their roster, I don't know what's going on over there. Speaking of coaches, maybe Razor should go over there. Razor, hey, go over to Ikaletahi, sort it out. You won't lose the changing room there. You'll probably just have a cover session.
No, I'm thinking France. I think they're already up there, but I think they're going to kick into another level to challenge the Springboks at that premium international stage. Fiji is another one, especially if Hoskins chooses Fiji. They already got Rayasi. He lit up the games that he did play for Fiji last year, but it's getting all the boys together. The Drua are working, mate. They got some decent. They got a decent program there with the academy, and they're now building into Drua. I think they're going to do well. Drua are going to do well, but the international side, Fiji are building. And yeah, that's England. I know they're only on the trajectory. They did well last Six Nations, but I think they're going to take it out. Them and France are going to be the big one this year.
Yeah. I mean, Ireland is. Yeah, I was expecting Ireland to kind of flatline and stay where they are, but I think most teams have figured them out.
Yeah.
I mean, they're also on the come up, man. I mean, what a show from Scotland. Italy, I mean, Six Nations on its way, lad. Six Nations with Italy that's the first team in a long time where they done something to the South African scrum. They really pumped them.
Yeah.
Regardless of what went on in that scrum, there's always something that happens. But there was one scrum or a couple of scrums where Italy really had South Africa, and set piece in today's rugby is what it's all about. And if you can sort that out,
they did to the Wallabies, and they beat us. So
exactly,
don't sleep on them.
Yeah, man. So Italy, this Six Nations, I didn't see a wooden spoon there. Unlucky for Wales, they still got a few youngsters in the team. They got a few big signings as well, but I don't really see them. Not this year, anyway. Not this year. Sorry, Wales.
Yeah, they're probably 10-year plan, like Tonga. All right, now there's a trend going on social media. Everyone's looking back at 10 years ago, 2016. This was a question. I'm just going to push it up into our flashback section. Look back 2016, 10 years ago. Where were you playing? And who was your favourite players, like in Super Rugby or international back then?
10 years, man. I don't even know what I did 5 years ago, lad. 2016. Where was I?
I think
that's after the World Cup.
Hurricanes won Super.
I was still in the Netherlands. This was the year after the World Cup. Always been a Chiefs fan. I think it was... They lost to the semi, but the streets will never forget Seta Tamanivalu.
Oh, yeah.
In the midfield. Big, hard runner, did some damage. He was hard to stop, man, and he was in his young prime days, I mean, he's still got it now, but back then he was dangerous, and he still lost.
So you were here playing. Was this your first season here, or
was that my first season here?
Yeah, 2016.
No, it would have been my second. It would have been my second or third. To be honest, 10 it's a long time, bro. That's a long. I don't even remember what I ate last week, or the name of the squad last week. I could name 2 players from the North End Bordeaux team, but I couldn't name the team myself. But
yeah, long time.
That's a long time.
I wish I could forget some of the things that happened on my streets.
Well, I think I tried my best to forget those last 10 years. That's what it is. I tried my hardest, and that's why I've forgotten.
Yeah. I was back in Australia. I went back. I did a season, I think the World Cup year. I was in Portugal, and then I went back home. I was like, I'm going to make it. One more chance at making the Queensland Reds. Didn't make it. But that painful story that I was trying to forget in the streets was we had NRC, which is similar to NPC in NZ back then. And there was, after club season, that's when they picked the squads. And one of the coaches was like, you should, because I was looking to come back over to Europe, and I had a contract with one of the Spanish teams. They sent through a contract, but I knew there was the next week they were going to name the NRC teams, and that's when one of the coaches was like, you're going to be in there. They're talking about you. Oh yeah, sweet. And then I told the Spanish team, I'm like, because they wanted player to go over straight away, so I'm like, nah, sorry, I'm gonna make the NRC team, so I'm gonna stick around, and then. when they named the teams up on social media, I was just flicking through every team because Queensland had 2 teams. I'm like, trying to look for my name, and my name wasn't there. And trying to get back with the Spanish team. They've both already got a Kiwi guy over. So,
Oh no! Did you zoom in on a name that may have looked like yours? This might be my name.
so no good. I ended up staying there, and then so I switched Spain for Netherlands. So ended up here the next year. So very painful. Could have been.
Is that how you ended up here?
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
Oh, unlucky. Well, I can see why they didn't sign you.
Make sure we cut that jump step out there. But yeah, 20. And I think Artie, him and his brother, they were probably making waves at that time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Highlight reels. Now,
Yeah, back when they were still deciding on Artie.
yeah.
10 years on, he's one of the most recognized. I think even then he was,
Yeah.
everyone was complaining about size then. I think they still are. Like, size even matters.
Mate, he's still freakish doing some of the stuff that he's still doing. I'm sure we could still do that too.
I'm doing it now, lad. Still playing.
Well, why are you telling me to put your highlights in the show?
Just the last game.
All right. That was our flashback. Now we've got one viewer's question sent in from Rugby Netherlands. This question is, since we're here in the Netherlands, we're based here, what short-term changes do you think that the national team need to make in order to qualify for the next Rugby World Cup?
Short-term. They need.
They're watching it.
Short-term, yeah. I mean, they're kind of already doing it now, bro. They've got the Delta competition that's going on right now. They've got the new coach involved. I haven't met him yet. I don't know him, his history as well. But
He's from Scotland, I think.
he says he's a Scottish lad.
Yeah.
So that might bring a bit of fire, a different style of rugby. But the short term is good question. Yeah, no, there's no short term. There's no short term. There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts to the top.
Yeah, that's the one.
So to that question, there's no shortcuts.
Try to trick us.
That's a trick question. Don't do it. Don't do that. So there's no answer to that question. The answer is there's no shortcuts. There's a long term answer, but the short term answer to this next World Cup is there's no shortcuts. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah. Just that, because they got talent here. Like they've clearly got talent here. It's just
there's mad talent here, bro. They just need to be able to sort out the league.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Delta going on, but they need more than that. With Eda Klasa here, there's more to offer. I mean, the players that they have now. I mean, look, if they all look like Fabian Hollands, and they move. They got if we're talking about names, there's a guy, Derek Braal. He's a flanker. He can play second row. And he moves like a back. He's almost 2 meters. And he moves like Adi Saver. You know what I mean? So I don't want to. I know him too. Don't get too big-headed there, lad. I'm just saying. But they have big boys in the competition, and they all move. They're agile. They're athletic, and they're big boys, man. If you think about South Africa, for example, they're basically the Afrikaans is Dutch. That's the old Dutch. If you see the names, that's all. Ultimately Dutch names, old Dutch names. So if the long term, if they can sort out the league and flush some money into the competition, I mean, then you're going to start seeing more Fabian Hollands, You're going to start seeing some more Joachil, who's over in New Zealand as well. You're going to start seeing some more Derek Braus, There's some Mella, some good players in this country, man. They just need to be seen, but they're not.
Yeah. I don't know what the system is now, but are there any semi-pro contracts to the national players, maybe 15 or 23?
Oh, they get this real good deal where they just pay for your flight.
So it's still very amateur.
It's very amateur. I mean, they're trying to make moves, but they're moving in the wrong direction. They're moving, they need the whole country involved, or all of near the Dutch rugby to be involved.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed it with Delta. It's only a few clubs that
Yeah,
feed into it.
yeah. So with Delta, there's a rule behind being selected by Delta. I think there's only like 16s
Yeah.
of the whole competition, and there's still a lot more talent to be looked at. But even with the coaching staff, and this is not shitting on anybody in the coaching staff, but a lot of the coaching staff is from those club teams,
yeah.
so it can get a little bit biased in terms of selection. They need the whole coaching staff, or the management needs to be not part of the competition, because it can get biased. Like the names that I called, they're all from Cass. Very biased, but they're still talented players, but just very biased. And they need the coaching staff like that. I appreciate the coaching staff that's there. It's not bagging on anybody, but it's like refereeing. You can't referee an international game if All Blacks are playing France. You can't have a New Zealand referee. It can be the same concept. It shows biases.
Yeah, true.
Unfortunately.
True. It might be sort of like, if they're only playing for flights, it might be sort of a administration thing, like more fundraising events. Like in Australia, the long lunches feed into a lot of rugby clubs. That's what pays for the salary of GMs and all that. These long lunches where all the old boys come in, feel like they're part of it. I don't know if they do that here.
Yeah.
But it's just making sure that you're getting funds to pay for the boys to make it.
That's true.
Because I know a lot of the boys, like, they probably get to an age where work, because all the boys here, once work gets a bit too, then they're gonna get rid of rugby.
Yeah, because it doesn't pay the bills yet, or it doesn't at all. Yeah, I mean, what they underestimate with Dutch rugby is the amount of support that they will get if they do project that out into the public.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dutch wouldn't agree with us, but look at F1. And these people don't watch F1, man. They don't watch driving. And then some Dutch Belgium dude started driving, and everyone's like, oh my God, I love this.
True,
And now everybody's watching it. Some might disagree, but I've been to a pub and places where the F1 is going. Nobody's watching.
No.
It's like football. There'll be, something will happen and they turn to watch, and then they're back to the drinking and they're messing about. But I think they underestimate the amount of support that can go towards rugby if they just project it. They need to get out there and start, knock some doors down.
True. Get it up in the pubs.
Sign me up. Give me a job.
Yeah.
Give us a job. We got you.
Any Dutchies there willing to help out, make sure you put them in the comments, and we'll steal your proposal and put it in ours for Rugby Netherlands. All right, that was our show. We'll finish off with our shout-outs. You got any shout-outs? You want to share some love to anyone in the whole wide world, mate?
Well, I'm going home. I'm going home tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home soon. So shout out to the bro. He's signed with the Highlanders. So Sefakautai, keep an eye on him. He's playing next to Fabian Holland. He's from Cass. So shout out to Fabian Holland, And
you getting paid by the Highlands?
that's confidential, bro. That's actually confidential. And also shout out to Adi, he's my cousin. So shout out to Adi too, bro. I'll see you at the wedding when I come home tomorrow. So I'll see you there, Adi.
Friends. Shout out. Location here, mate. Man Cave Barbers. Make sure you get out here. And Delta. Doing a bit of stuff with Rugby Netherlands and helping out with the Delta this weekend. They got their it's a third place playoff against the Belgian team. So if you're in the Netherlands, get out, come out to Amsterdam, Nationals, the stadium here, and get behind the boys. And I believe it's the Spanish team and the Portuguese in the final. So get out, good day of rugby, make sure you come out here and get yourself sorted.
Support the boys. I know a lot of them play in the edit classes, so there's enough people to go over. So,
yeah. And shout out to you, mate. Your debut episode. Welcome to Rugby Heads, and we'll be sure to call into a few of the boys. We'll set up maybe the TV or something and hook it up next time.
Cheers, Doggo. Thank you.
See you, mate.